What's up guys, it is that Panda Guy and I'm here again with another video, and today we're going to be doing a bracket review. The fights have already started. I haven't recorded this obviously before the actual AR this time around. That being said, let's kind of hop into it. I will say the only reason I'm actually doing this bracket review is because Z messaged me and we were talking and he was like, oh, I can't wait for your bracket review, and I was like, you know what, I'll do one. I don't usually do one reason being I'm just not very interested in most of the brackets that we see, at least like the top few brackets, which are the most obvious to kind of check out usually. But I guess like if you were like kind of skimming through, you could probably find some really crazy fights or fights that are to be destined, right? My last archipelago raid, I kind of wish I recorded it, but I don't know, I was just not feeling it, like feeling like recording and stuff. I wasn't feeling like making videos. Like I was kind of on my hiatus, you know. But I'm kind of back, so I might record this AR. I kind of like thought about it, and I don't know. I don't care about recording like G1, G2, G3 fights as much. I know I've done like a ton of those, and I don't think like there's any reason really to, unless it's some sort of groundbreaking fight, because I think it kind of gets repetitive when you're just checking out these constant fights. And I feel like in my brackets, there's a lot more kind of that can go into them, right? Like for example, my last one, it was extremely close, but you don't have like as many whales as you do in G1, so it's not like a 20 tower hold game. You're playing a lot kind of more cards to your chest and stuff. You just have to play a lot more, I guess, lucratively, right? And overall, I don't know. I think it's like much more fun to spectate and play in a smaller bracket, whereas I think whale brackets just kind of are like who has the bigger wallet, who's able to hammer more, and it becomes a game of like everybody on one legion turtles up and the other legion is just like flooding the field trying to get easy zeros, etc. So overall, I've kind of like got grown a little bit stale to that stuff, you know. And I don't know, I kind of like enjoy my fights. Like I said, my last archipelago raid, it was insane. If anybody from my last AR is watching, you guys were insane. Like honestly, that was one of my better brackets in quite a while. We got snuck attack the first two nights. At nighttime, which, dude, I swear I was up like super late on the second night waiting for that because I felt it coming. But yeah, they were attacking us when most of our, you know, bigger whale players were kind of offline to kind of, you know, take advantage of that and do the best damage they could. And they maximized their trades like that. It was really good for them on their part. Honestly, it was just really smart, and they freaking hammered us, right? We did have good allies. I think both legions that you could have chose from, Azure and Crimson, were honestly pretty even, and I think either way we kind of chose, it would have been an insane fight. Overall, I really love that fight. I think my current bracket is less balanced. I still think it's going to be a good fight overall. It's Jade, which is us. We have Crimson as our ally here. They're already fighting gold. Azure's been pretty active. They've been pretty active on the field. I do think that this will still be a really tough fight. Honestly, I think Azure's going to be really good at supporting gold here, because I wasn't sure how much support I'd expect, but from what I'm checking out, they might be a pretty big kind of dice, you know. I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm also in G4, by the way, on my Panda Guy account, but holy, this bracket is insanely, I would just say, unbalanced. We were sitting at checkpoint just trying to get past our checkpoint for like 30 minutes to an hour earlier. I think my base is over here somewhere if I could find it. Yeah, there I am. I got smacked up so hard. Dude, look at my power drop. I've only gotten like 6 million points or something, dude. Like, I was getting my butt beat in. But UOD is extremely strong. I always thought that they were kind of a crazy group. I just find this bracket to be kind of weird. I mean, we do have Boone as an ally, and Boone does have their heavy hitters with them and stuff. So, I mean, sorry, there's potential for this to, you know, play a big impact in how everything goes. But I'm honestly not sure how confident I'm feeling about like kind of the results or kind of how things are going to play out. I'm just not really sure how to feel about this. I don't know. Maybe there's gonna be something that I'm not expecting, but honestly, I'm kind of like iffy on this. Thing is, we're getting crushed in the field, but honestly, I'm not sure because I haven't really checked this bracket out too much. I've just been like too lazy to do it. I mean, they have whales as well, but I do think Boone's whales are relatively stronger, at least like in gear. I don't know. They do have a lot of heavy fighters here as well, so this is gonna be a tough fight. Nonetheless, I would say like the only thing that could kind of change the tables here is if like Azure played like such a massive role that they're gonna just like kind of um, cripple UOD or be able to kind of hold them down. But I just don't see Crimson kind of sitting, idly by and allowing them to just get beat down. I feel like Crimson's also going to kind of put some pressure, or at least be like pretty good at kind of sandbagging hits. I don't really think we're going to win G4 if I'm going to be honest. I do think that UOD Golden's Legion is going to win. I'm still going to fight, don't get me wrong. I just am not very confident. I found this like overall bracketing to be kind of weird in the top few brackets. Like, I don't know if you guys noticed this. But I've never seen H&B and ROK fight each other. I've never seen them face each other, never seen them on opposite legions. Only time I've seen them on a map together was in like Island Raid or something. They might have been on a map together in like Genesis War or something, but like, those are very like maps that kind of, they don't force you to fight, whereas like in this map, Golden and Jade are more or less destined to fight unless you kind of pull some trickery. I did notice that SSI was here, and this is kind of the only time I've seen them kind of fight allies, because I don't know if you guys know this, but they're allies with HMB, so they're basically family with ROK in a sense, though I'm sure they're going to have a friendly fight in some sort of way, and I don't know, I mean, like, most of these big alliances aren't petty enough to kind of, like, throw hands over this type of stuff, or like break alliances over fighting each other, because it's kind of like, what do you do? That's how the game works, like just shake hands on it and you move on. And it was kind of weird to me though, because I think Apex is merged right now, right? Is Apex merged? I thought they were 28 billion. I guess they're 26, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess a fight between ROK and SSI is pretty fair. Like, this is a 32 billion might group. Realistically, if they had to fight Apex, it wouldn't really be too fair. I mean, SSI is here at 29 billion. It's I don't know. I think it would have been fair to kind of throw them against Apex. I mean, we do have some strong hitters though. We have Evil, we have ICA, and obviously two other alliances, but I'm only mentioning Evil and ICA because they have most of the heavy hitters here. One of my biggest issues though is every time I see stuff like this, I'm super kind of on my toes. I do think that Evil is really strong. I think their top guys are really strong. I think ICA has some insane players as well. I know they have like 6 million might armaments and stuff. But there's still a difference, I feel like, between these top players who spend, let's say buy half the packs in the store every week, right? And then you have people in Apex who buy every single pack. It's the same with HMB. It's the same with maybe Boone when they were kind of like much bigger and stuff. And I just think that there's still a pretty big gap between alliances like these when it comes to tower games. I could be wrong. And not to mention that you do have 4KO here too, which 4KO already has some heavy hitters. Honestly, I feel like Apex alone would have been like kind of tough. And I do think that they've kind of given like Golden's Legion some really good groups. I mean, like 4KO, King is a monster. I know, like, I don't even know how to pronounce this name, but this dude, I've seen his thing in Arena. He is probably one of the most advanced accounts in the game, or at least he's up there with like some of the most advanced accounts. His like combat power is like 80 million in Arena. Just does not make sense, dude. I'm gonna predict that Golden wins this. To be fair, I could be wrong. I've been wrong before, but I'm just like super confident in Gold winning. I still think like I said, Evil and ICA do have some really strong players. They still have some players who are kind of like right up there with some of the top guys, but I still think there's a big difference between the tippity top and the 1%. It's like 0.1%, 1%. Like there's still a difference at the end of the day. These guys are probably still going to be behind on workshop, armaments, etc. And I just think that's going to be what really bites them on the butt. And that's kind of how it normally goes and stuff. Like I said, I'm speedrunning this, by the way. That's why I'm not checking these side legions. I know some people hate when I don't do that. I'm sorry. I don't know. I just popped in here and I just wanted to kind of speed run through this. Okay, so G3 kind of confused me because I definitely was thinking that 59E's group was going to win because 59E has some insane monsters. I already know 8 from experience. He was in here. I don't know if he dropped out. I don't know why he's not in here right now. There he is. You have Thick One. You have Ultimo. You have a lot of crazy big players, really high hitters and stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, these guys are going to give H&B a run for their money. You got to also remember that H&B is currently merged with ROK, their main whales. So a lot of their main whales aren't in this alliance. So I'm like, hey, yeah, these guys are definitely going to be, Jade's Legion. Obviously there are still other alliances, but I do think it's like kind of I think it's kind of paramount to kind of look at the main alliance, and then the other alliances are also nice, but realistically these guys are going to be like field support, and potentially they're going to be the secondary third rallies, etc. You know what I mean? Like they did, if you don't have big whales like the top guys, it's like you're kind of just like a backseat gamer at the end of the day, right? And there's no like disrespect saying that kind of stuff. It just is how it is. I mean, I've been in the same exact situation, same case with me, where I'm backseat gaming, behind the whales. But I do think like this is kind of a weird one, because apparently when the zombies spawned at mid, 59E didn't really show up all that much. Or I was told they ran off. I don't think they fought. So I don't know. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if like it was just bad time zone or something. So I guess we'll have to see how G3 kind of develops. G4, we're definitely gonna. I feel like we're 99% gonna lose. Watch us win, dude. I swear sometimes I say stuff, I predict stuff, and then I'm just like blatantly wrong, and then like one side gets like slapped up like no tomorrow, and I'm like, how? Like what have I been smoking, dude? Okay, now G5. I was looking at G5 a bit. This one looks like it. I don't know. How much did I even look at this one? I think this one was relatively like fair. This bracket looked like it might have been kind of like it'd be a nice fight. I might be wrong at how I was kind of looking at it, but I don't know. Overall, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you guys think any of these fights are gonna be super interesting? And when I was talking earlier, do you guys really want to see? Oh, looks like Crimson might be going for a fight in round 1. Sheesh. But do you guys want to see more footage of my video specifically? I think that this is, like I said, more interesting. I do think like my fights, I also can give a different perspective, because I'm able to kind of talk from more of a strategical, standpoint, and kind of like talking from like my own experience, my knowledge about how things were developing, etc. I feel like it just brings more to the table, and it makes the fights overall more exciting. So I don't know. I want you guys to kind of put, give me your input. I do think like you guys would probably enjoy that more. I know like I had people commenting, and even like Z himself told me he misses my like war videos, and I do miss making them. They were some of my more favorite videos. Oh, G8 is tough, dude. Looks like Azure has no allies. That is, bruh. I'm guessing it was maybe a dispute over like the level 7 or something. That is tough, dude. But yeah, I do think those videos will be more interesting. I'm sorry I've been gulping a lot this video. I don't know why. I feel like I'm dehydrated for no reason at all. I've been drinking my water, I promise. But yeah, I'm in G9 and G4. You can always check it out. I think Z might end up streaming. So if you want to, you can check out a stream. They are having a, big old fight over here. Yeah, freaking Azure. I told you guys, Azure is putting in the work. Look at these guys coming down, dude. Azure is putting in the work, bro. Holy. This is going to be a good fight, though. I've seen Z's, like, infantry armaments, bro. Dude, that dude is like an iron fortress, man. I don't even, like, I would not want to fight this guy, realistically. I don't care, like, what whale we have. I don't care if we have a top whale. This dude's armaments are something else. I swear. I don't know. I don't want to say too much, because I don't know if he's ever showed his like infantry armament, or he like cares for people to know about it. But like, holy dude, this dude's infantry is another level, bro. This guy is a beast. But yeah, I will be seeing you guys though. I do appreciate you guys for stopping by as always. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will be seeing you guys, like I said. And that is about it. Peace out.